Well, gang of Lane, Carolina Jackpot time. Chickadee checking in. It's Friday afternoon on the way home from work. And I hadn't jumped on here and made a video in a minute. Hadn't had anything to jump on here and make one about. And really, here's some news. And I don't know that it's really news or not, but it was breaking on CBS, so I figured I'd commentate on it. Woo. Oh, here comes a lung, right? So apparently, Brian Harsin, the head coach at Auburn, will be retained. That's the big news. The big news is, dude's not getting fired. He's not losing his job. I mean, what the hell? I mean, we are fixing to be in mid-February. This is not Auburn. The time to be firing coaches. It's not even the time to be discussing firing coaches. I mean, if you wanted to get rid of this guy, why did this not come up back in late November, early December? Makes no sense. Anyway, apparently I was going to fire him because he brought somebody into work in the athletic department, and it was of the female persuasion. Let me get over so you can go 100 miles an hour, freaking freak. Don't that piss you off when you're on a damn interstate? You're going like 80 miles an hour. They got to go fucking 95, right? New York asshole. Anyway, getting back to my point. So he was dipping the old shalakalaki and touching someone's insides with it. Yeah, well, I'm not here to provide commentary on whether that's right, whether that's wrong, where it's somewhere in between. But you know what? Folks have gotten away with much worse, and kept their jobs. Here's the thing. Guy wasn't winning football games. He ain't winning football games, okay? He's not making smart decisions. Not making smart coaching decisions, i.e., not handing the ball off to probably the SEC's best running back, Stank Bigsby, and losing ball games to South Carolina. That's probably, that probably didn't bode too well for your future plans there. But he almost beat Alabama, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I think the expectation there is just a little bit too high. They're sitting here, first of all, they fired Gus Malzahn after how many years? Guy never had a losing record, constantly had the team hovering around the top 10, went to and lost a national championship one year, but I mean, went to it, right? They didn't get blown out either. They competed, could have won the game, but I think your sights are just set a little bit too high. I mean, I think you're supposed to be Alabama, and you're not. I mean, you're very far from it, and you're just a middle of the road team, and you're not even really good in the SEC West. I mean, you're like bottom tier in the SEC West. You are to the SEC West what Mizzou and the Gamecocks are to the SEC East right now. That's basically what you are. You are the Gamecocks of the SEC West. Yeah, but you sitting here wanting to fire coaches for not winning games their first year under the guise of the fact that they had sex with somebody that they brought and hired on from their previous job, so we can't allow that. Like Auburn's the bastion of all things good in this world. I mean, how much money did you pay Cam Newton to come play for you 10, 12 years ago? A lot. So don't act like you're running some clean program out there. You're teetering on the edge of going over the side of the cliff and you're not getting it back anytime soon. You're just not. You should. First of all, you shouldn't have fired Gus Malzahn in the first place. Was he great? No. Was getting the job done though? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, pretty much was. So you shouldn't have fired him. You bring in some jackoff from Boise State, who, I mean, like, what has he done? I mean, what has he really done at Boise State? All he did was pick up wherever Chris Peterson left off, and it was just winning football games there, winning 10 games a year, wasn't going to major bowl games. I mean, none of that. I mean, Boise State had, they had kind of hit their ceiling. But he didn't knock it out of the park. He didn't take it anywhere that it hadn't already been. So, in my opinion, he's nothing great. And this is his first job outside of that section of the country. And he's just felt miserably at it. And I knew he was going to. I knew it wasn't a good hire from the start, and I think we all just kind of raised our eyebrows at it. It was like, all right, well, let's just see what unfolds here. Well, you see what's unfolding. Nothing. And now you're stuck, kind of. You're kind of stuck with him for a little while. Because you can't fire him with no just cause. And that $20 million buyout, whatever it is, that's a bit steep. That's just a wee bit steep. And that's just a little bit too much money to justify firing a coach who really didn't even have a losing regular season. He just lost a bowl game to Dana Holgerson, the Mullet Jr. So, yeah, I mean, you really can't justify letting that guy go. But anyway, big breaking news in the world of college football is that Auburn has to keep their crappy hire around for at least another year. Woo! I love it. I'll see y'all later. Appreciate it. Peace. I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Go Coach Beamer. A real first-year head coach. Woo! Go Cox, baby. Go Cox.